Hey, what's up everyone? This is Derek Olmstead here, making it on my own in the USA. So for many years I lived with my mom and my stepdad at their house in Simi Valley, California. And from the time I was between 24 to 33 years old, my mom kept telling me that, hey, Derek, Robert and I, Robert was my stepdad's name. She kept saying, Robert and I need you to move out because we want to move to our house that they were building in Tehachapi, California. They spent 16 years building this big house in Tehachapi. And, honestly, I was very lazy for a long time. And, but then in October of 2020, I started renting a room from this guy that owned a home in Camp Verde, Arizona. Because I was trying to find somewhere outside of California where I could find my way. And I had met this guy already in person, and he seemed like a really nice guy, and his house was really clean. And unfortunately, after a month of me living there, I found out that he was a drug addict and alcoholic. He was doing some crazy shit, so I immediately packed up my stuff and started driving back to California because I couldn't find another room to rent that I could afford. And I told my mom what was going on, and she said, it's okay, you can come back and move back here and live with us. And I said, okay. So I started driving back, and on my way back, my mom sends me a text message saying, oh, well, you can't come back because we're afraid you have COVID because you're living in someone else's house. So I was like, okay. So I was homeless for 2 weeks, and then I found a room to rent from my best friend, John Whitaker. I was renting a room from him in Simi Valley, and that's when I started working all the overtime at the County of Los Angeles Hospital, and started saving all that money with all the overtime for a house that I'm in right now in Beatrice, Nebraska. And shortly after I started renting a room from my friend John, my mom calls me and says, hey, are you doing okay? And I said, yeah, I'm renting a room from my friend John. And my mom said, hey, I can meet you in person and give you some money so that you'll be okay until you get your first check. I said, okay. So I met my mom in person, and she gave me the money, and then she says, well, hey, you can come back and live with us. And I said, well, you just said I can't live with you. Now you're saying you want me to come back. And that's when I actually didn't start realizing this until later on, that she was just giving me the money and telling me that I can come back and live with her and my stepdad, so that she could reel me back in and continue to control me further. Because that's how it was all the years that I was living with her and my stepdad. And I said, no, I'm already renting a room, and I'm 33 years old now, and I want to be independent. And I also told her that I'm going to save money for 1 year to buy a house in Nebraska, so that I can live on my own. And that was the end of that conversation. So, and I just kept moving forward. And so that's it for this video. And in the next video, I'm going to talk about how my mom and my stepdad were still trying to control me after I bought my house in Nebraska. It's a pretty wild story. So I hope you're all having a great night. I'm going to go have an awesome shoulders workout. Like, subscribe, share this video, attack it, and stay driven.